It's fact. It's a fact. The fact that Joe Biden is gloating about the expansion of NATO, really what he is gloating about is the fact that he has made us, the American people, and the world far less safe because by doing so knowingly, and history tells us this is true, the red line has always been around, for Russia, has always been around how they view an expansion of NATO encroaching around their borders as a red line and as an existential threat to their security. It's been very clear since before Putin was ever even in power, and it still remains true today. We look at how we would feel if we were in a similar situation. We would also be concerned about such an existential threat. So the fact that even before Putin invaded Ukraine, you had Kamala Harris once again out there in a very provocative way, promising that Ukraine would become a member of NATO. Tony Blinken recently, again, promised Ukraine will become a member of NATO. So where does this road lead? It leads to one that is more dangerous than many people can even imagine, and one that President Biden is lying to the American people about. You hear all of this bluster as he's trying to project strength, but what he's actually doing is putting the interests of the military-industrial complex and his own facade of bravado and power ahead of our own safety and security and our ability to even think about having a world to live in tomorrow. No one talks about nuclear war these days, which should be a red flag to everyone, given we are closer to the brink of nuclear war than ever before. And President Putin has made no bones about the fact that they are running nuclear armament drills and that their laws have been changed to say if we face an existential threat, we are authorized to use nuclear weapons. What that would kick off in the world is unimaginable when we think about the last 20 years of war we've seen in Afghanistan and Iraq. We look at the cost of war, the cause of the blast itself, children's skin melting off in the streets. You have the nuclear winter that follows for anyone who survives that initial blast. Ronald Reagan was 100% correct and understood the seriousness of this when he said a nuclear war cannot be won and should never be fought. We should heed those words very carefully now because quite literally, the very future of humanity and this planet are what is at stake because of what Joe Biden has done.